honestly,
Just swallow them whole.
No, they just like grab them.
Just hold on.
Yeah.
This is mine?
Yeah,
I'll
this
be
is
having
mine now,
this.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I figured they've developed something for catching fish, not necessarily teeth, but don't get me wrong, now that you say it,
Well,
teeth
yeah,
makes sense.
You do need the teeth.
I'm just saying, I never thought of it before, okay? Penguins don't seem very teethy.
Well, yeah, because it's in their mouth. It's under the beak.
Well, I know teeth are in the mouth. Like, Jesus. I'm not that dumb, man. Like, I know teeth go in the mouth. I'm just saying I wasn't expecting penguins to have a bunch of teeth. That's all I'm saying. I'm sure chat's on my side. Chat's never disagreed with me ever.
No, that is true. You've never been wrong in your career, but from one animal to another, we are looking at the bears now on the T side as we are into Overpass. Sao Caetano taking on Bad News Bears as we kick it off with a pistol round here on Overpass. And Showtime, he wants to give us something to see. Spamming down with a USP, everyone else sprinting up short. And the first frag does fall the way of the CTs.
Yeah, Denoco finding that opening headshot as now SwahN's in the sight. He has that P250 dropped over. Hasn't been able to find anything yet. That smoke towards heaven is going to start fading as well. They need to get in here quickly as SwahN does finally answer one back. Still one player, Sheikh Zula, outside of B, waiting for those flanks. And now the smoke has expired. So the T's, and this is exactly what they were waiting for. Sheikh outside of B finds one, is traded by ZQK as SwahN and Pluto find a headshot each with the P250s. So the dropped guns coming up big as each player with that P250 drop gets 2 kills.
I will say this as well. Bad News Bears, throughout their whole roster history, have probably had some of the best names in Counter-Strike.
Okay.
You've had players like Giraffe, you've had, you know, Spongy, you get Sheikh Zula, the Mike Ruler, the old schooler, of course. Pluto, that's a planet. SwahN, banger. They're all just great. They're all good names. It is a dwarf planet, unfortunately, yeah. A little bit smaller than the rest.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of mean, though. You don't really, like, don't need to isolate Pluto like that.
No, yeah, I mean, I always thought Pluto was pretty cool, so it just was a bit rude.
Apparently there's potentially like another dwarf planet out there too that they think, or maybe they've discovered it now. My memory's like very vague on just everything. So I think there's something like that though. It's like, maybe it's like a Saturn moon that they think might be a dwarf planet now or something.
Oh my, sounds more of them.
Yeah.
God. Coming in from everywhere.
Terrifying.
No, it is scary. All these undetected planets. Much
what if one of them's mean?
Could happen. You never know. It could get quite aggro, mate.
Yeah.
It's a bit aggro. Setting Showtime on fire. Never nice.
Perfect flashes as well. And there's the flank in the back. Momo from the bottom of connector. Actually, he's able to get one back. He's looking for more. Has the armor, so they might just try to save it. ZQK with the scout as well. Popping away, tagging away, Momo swings back out, gets another headshot. And hey, I mean, they're doing quite a bit of damage here. If you're Bad News Bears, you're at some point, you're like, hey guys, whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's not drop any more guns here, all right? We need to hold on to our money too.
And at this point, it's just going to be ZQK running away and trying to clutch onto that scout if he can. No one's going to be hunting, of course, so he will get through with it. But Bad News Bears get 2 rounds to start us off with the T side of Overpass, and this is exactly the way you want it to go. Get the pistol, get into the groove of the game, and start to set the pace a little bit. If you get an early lead on T, it just gives you so much more confidence. It feels like it takes a weight off your back. And Sao Caetano, going to be struggling a little bit before they can even start to fight back as well. The money's going to be tight. Looks like they only had one scout, of course, that was saved over, that will be brought into this round. Other than that, it's not really going to do much to help them.
No. The scout could find something, though. Don't want to try to go aggressive. We see the Eagles, a couple flashes being purchased as well for the CT side. I like that. You might as well. Got a little bit of extra money. That flash could be the difference between getting 2 or 3 kills, which could be the difference between a gun round later in the half, etc. $200, it's worth it. You see the executes coming in, and this is going to be the flash from CT, and it's all going to be about timing. They're scaling forward. They're going to have to call for it now. Flash comes in. Players are blind. They're swinging. They find the first. Second flash not timed perfectly, though, as Spongy's able to trade back both, and this is just going to be the eco cleanup. Got a little exciting there for a second when the flashes come out. You think, ooh, maybe if they're all blind, this could be big. Instead, Spongy just gets 4 eco frags, a little bit of stat pad.
Well, he is a sponge, isn't he?
Yeah, no, soaked it up.
You know, all those pores just sucks him straight in. And then all you've got to do is ring him out, and he's ready for the next round.
Yep, perfect.
But, talking of the next round, finally, of course, Sao Caetano will actually have money to reinvest, so at least they can start to find their footing.
Yeah, T-side pistol's massive. Again, I was saying that the CT sides right now, especially on land, but across Counter-Strike as a whole, the game is very CT-sided at the moment. I think it's over a 60% win rate on CT side in professional games right now, so the train almost blocked that flash.
That would have been rough.
Oh, I hate it when that happens.
Yeah, the old school random train timer. Ooh, hello. Goodbye, Momo.
So he finds that pick, and they haven't had any actual other information besides the fact that, well, the B lurker's dead, so they still do have those players over towards the A bomb site. There's actually 4 over here at B. They're just trusting delboNi, aggressive towards long, to have all the information. And the Bad News Bears, this is going to be bad news for them as they're popping straight into this B stack. The mollies are coming in as the opening flash comes their way, and that is the swing from Showtime. He finds the first, and now 3v5, and they are locked out.
SwahN wants to create space. That missed warp shot could be a difference maker, but he's put in his place. And Pluto goes big, larger than the planet itself. SwahN fighting towards Monster as well. Just get a bit of damage off, but nothing off the back of it. Pluto, with a rapid flick, hits the head and tries to deviate back through the short pipe and link up with his teammate. Ooh. He's going to get the door wide open, sees the back of his foot. I thought he had pulled it off for the timing, but he did clutch him. And now you're just in a 1 versus 3. You're going to be seeing crossing connector, easy pickings. So Sao Caetano get their first on the board. Here we go.
Yeah, opening round there on the CT side. They take a gamble, leave a 1 person over inside of the bathrooms at long. He's by himself. He's just playing with for information, peeking out towards long, peeking back towards bathrooms, and you're gambling that Bad News Bears isn't just going to walk up sand into the A-bomb site. Works to perfection. They keep 4 over at B. And that is what allows them to shut down. And it actually is delboNi still going for the flank at the end as well to get the final 2. So good play from Sao Caetano. And the fast boost here very quickly, trying to get that player rotating through heaven. Now, this is the fastest version of the boost you can do. You can do it with just 4 people. You can get up there very quickly to try to find the player rotating. You can't see the player jump spotting from the sandbag on that one, so it's a small difference, right? The one with 5 takes a little bit longer, but you can see a lot more. That one is specifically to try to catch the CTs jumping out of heaven into the B-bomb site right at the beginning of the round.
So we won't see any success from it this time. But it is a play that's always there for Bad News Bears. Talking of playmaking though. ZQK. He pushes up, clears towards short pipe. Hasn't seen anyone yet. And this is the battle of the contact orbs really. One of them now walking its way through Monster. SwahN has it in his hands. We know how aggressive SwahNs can be. If he can get a big pick, things will quickly start crumbling down. Bombs now rotating round as well. That's on the back of Shake. Here's the boost from ZQK just as the smoke comes in. But the HE should still be big.
Yeah, good amount of damage there between the HE and the molly. Momo gets tagged down low, and Spongy can't land a shot. Pluto does trade one back. That's towards the water, and you can see Shake. Aggressive. Jiggle Peak comes out to reposition with the bomb as well. Very good heads-up play. Pluto loses out to delboNi, but so much damage has been done to the CTs, and the post plants are good.
Walking up on short. delboNi. He's jiggle picking it somewhat, but fully extends with the smoke in his hand. It's an easy shot for SwahN to hit. And that's the round gone. The 2-man save, they'll back off, clutch onto the guns, and bring the M4, the kit, and the AWP through into the next round.
Yeah, that's it. Bail out. Just get the hell out of there. No way to get back into that one. They do have the kit on delboNi, but without a smoke, your win condition is so low, right? They don't have Molotov smoke. It's going to be so hard to retake that one. You know the T's are going to have the crossfires. So Bad News Bears bite back. They had 1 round of hibernation. It was a very, very short hibernation.
Yeah.
Now they've woken up. They were a little angry. They saw somebody in front of them. They just went,
Bit down on him.
yeah, a bit down on them.
Forgot to put the bear traps down towards Monster.
That's it, and that is crucial. You got to put the bear traps down. Maybe get a little bear spray.
The repellent.
Yeah. Don't leave food out.
No, because they will come for the food. They get
No, they
hungry.
will.
You know,
They
the
will.
scavengers. They're like the Canadian fox.
Yeah.
It's just a bear.
We also have foxes.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
very nice.
We have Arctic foxes,
Ooh.
red foxes.
A lot less scraggly than
Yeah.
the English
The
brand.
Arctic foxes are really cute.
Yeah, no, they are.
They are.
They are good-looking foxes. Moving swift like a fox that's trying to get out of dodge, though. That's going to be the play from the T's here. Already up long. Momo could be shot in the back of the head. He's going to be spotted. So that's a good first pick. Leaves them in a 4 versus 5. CTs are on deck towards A, but they're pushing up. They're taking control towards toilets. So if they apply the pressure here, this could actually work well for them, but it's going to be a nice face from delboNi. He hits one, stays alive, and calls for the CTs and toilets to support him as well, holding the angle for the cross. The T's are basically isolated here, and they're still just getting peeked upon. One by one, he's taking them down, switches to the USP. Oh, SwahN. He's buckled under the pressure, and it's just spongy towards the party, sad, upset. You know, he's just sat there going, guys, there's no presence, there's no nothing, and everyone's dead.
SwahN just wasn't able to connect the op shot, but still, what a round from delboNi. That
Huge,
he
man.
gets Molotov'd off, he swings back out and just takes Shakeout instantly with that headshot. And that just leaves Spongy now. He's just got to save. He has the AK in hand, but with no nades, 1 versus 5, it's not worth going for. And massively for Sao Caetano as well. Not only do they win this round, but they keep 5 people alive here. They get to carry the op over, and they have a ton of utility still as well. So they, honestly, this is a huge round for the economy of Sao Caetano.
It's a massive result. And you've got to take your CT rounds wherever you can find them if you're struggling right now off the back of the early game. Get yourself into it. So with the game going 4-2, and the cash being a bit tight here for the BMB boys, it's not the ideal scenario in the 7th.
No, it's definitely not. They are still up 4-2 on the T side of Overpass, though, so you do take that, right? Like, it's not, yeah, like your money's not great now, and you did just lose a round. But 4-2 on the T side of Overpass, I mean, it's a decent half start already. But yeah, the money's just not great, and that's the biggest problem. That's why they take the tack here, try to figure out what they want to do. Looking at the money now, they know if they full save on this one, they will be able to get a buy into the next. But, you know, then you're sort of giving Sao Caetano the chance to build up their economy, so it might be worth forcing. And that's sort of the battle internally they're going to be going over right now, is do we want to force into this one and try to put the pressure on Sao Caetano's economy, or do we want to think about our own economy and just take the save, you know, just bite the bullet on this one, hope maybe Spongy can do something with the hero AK? Because if he can pull off some entries, maybe recover another gun, you know, then you still do have a chance into this round. So we do have a pause coming out.
I will say, whilst the pause is going on here, good use of sprays from the CTs, Davey. They had the double point on the ground just a second ago. Yeah, they had 2 fingers doing the point, and they also had the smiley face on the bin as well.
That's pretty cool.
No, yeah, you got to give it to them. It was pretty crisp. It's hard to get control with those spray cans, you know. You've got to work on that for years.
Team building exercise.
Yeah, yeah.
They're figuring out exactly how to coordinate their spray paints, their tagging, you know.
In game and out of game.
Mm-hmm.
We'll cut back on the scrims for a week, boys. We'll just do a bit of spraying. There you go. Look at that.
Oh, look at him. He's so happy.
He's very happy.
Yeah.
He is very happy.
He's loving it.
He's having a great time. He's getting so happy now. He's jiggling. This is ridiculous.
Oh, he's got a friend.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Look, that's us.
Oh, my God. It is. It's me and you.
It's us.
Oh, God. I'm just so happy to be here, Davey. Exciting to be on the bin with you.
Oh, look at that.
That is insane.
Love that for them.
No, that was huge. Perfect timing on the sprays.
I know. I can't believe that. They couldn't have got it. And look, then there's the finger pointing at us, too.
It's all there.
That's chat holding up an L at us.
Yeah, just drop it.
L bozos.
Yeah, take that. Plus ratio, etc. The sprays are cringe.
The sprays are cringe. These casters don't talk about the game, L bozo.
Yeah. So anyway, about beans.
Why are they talking about the sprays?
Oh, man. Well, we'll come back to spray talk if we need to. For now, round 7 is finally live. Bad News Bears leading 4-2. But as we were saying, the buy really is non-existent. It's just the one AK that SwahN clutched onto from the last round. So if he can make a bit of a hero play out of this, at least he's got backup as well. So the AK can be picked up, you can rinse, reuse, there might be a chance.
Yeah, and crucially as well, Pluto's invested in that light armor, so he wants to sort of stick to SwahN's hip, right? If SwahN goes down, he wants to be able to recover that AK. He does have the armor, so you're going to let SwahN work it, maybe have one of the Glocks go out front so you can bait him, let SwahN try to find an opening, but make sure Pluto's nearby to recover that. As actually, yeah, they're going to be going, speaking of beans, going for the bean can boost here. See, he crouches along, you line up with the bean can in the water, and then SwahN can just do it, hop on up. See if you can find the opening. Counter Molotov's going to make that a little difficult. Lots of damage taken, actually. Now they're just going to pop out into B. But yeah, the AK not exactly leading the charge on this one, as that's pretty much just a cleanup for them on the eco round. Not a whole lot to do there. Look, they tried to go for the boost. They tried to have the AK have impact, but perfect counter utility from Sao Caetano means that they do pick up their third. And now, BNB, again, money's not in a great situation. SwahN.
You've got about 12.6.
Yeah,
What's going on here?
I know. I was feeling nostalgic. I couldn't help it.
Oh, that's fair enough. He was a legend.
He was, yeah. But yeah, SwahN does actually go for the op, just the light armor, so no utility. We haven't seen him have a lot of impact with the op so far on T side. Of course, only early days. We haven't seen that many gun rounds to begin with, but this is a moment for him to really come up huge, and there's actually ZQK getting the pick onto Pluto at mid. No flashes go out there. And again, small thing, but SwahN was the first one up mid. And normally the first one up mid is the guy who throws the flash towards the middle to counter flash the opper. But because he bought the op in the light armor, he didn't have a flash. No flash comes out, and ZQK gets the pick onto his teammate.
And that's the thing. Those small details paint the bigger picture. And you can see how it's affected them. So with the CTs having the one-man advantage, they've got to try and fight back. SwahN! That was your freebie. That was your pick. Instead, it's ZQK with 2.
Absolutely massive from him. Finds the opening and then finds the second onto SwahN. I was thinking the same thing as you. You see him swinging out on the X-ray and you're like, okay, trade back for SwahN. All right, we got around. And then instead, misses it. ZQK gets it. And it's just, that's all of a sudden a 5 versus 3 from what looked surely to be a 4v4.
This would be rough as well. I was going to say Denoco should be able to pick, but he's already dead. The Mike Ruler himself in SwahN drops a big bar and leaves him lifeless. And now you have a 4 versus 2. SwahN with the scavenged orb. Momo still on the Galil. 34 seconds on the clock. And they've got to do something audacious here. They've got utility. SwahN could try and give him some space if he wants to go for this push. But walking up, you're going straight into the waiting arms of ZQK. The flash from SwahN will give him the opportunity to strike. He buckles, and SwahN needs to get away. You've got to hold on to this orb now. The money's ruined anyway.
And you can see the frustration from SwahN there, shaking his mouse as his teammate dies. I'm sure he called both of those flashes and just not looking in the right spot was his teammate scaling up in sight. Gets full blind by the second. The flashes were actually perfect. Both CTs were blind. As now he swings out towards long. Oh, he tried to drop the smoke to bait the sound cue, but Showtime was already going aggressive, and that means Shakezilla has no money left. $200. He could buy a flash, I guess.
I mean, you know, it is what it is. Flash didn't really help his teammate there.
No. Well, it should have, though. It blinded both of them, man. It blinded both of them.
Like, it was actually really good. The play was smart. You could see everything they wanted to do. Problem is, it was always going to be an awkward round from that point anyway. Even if you find those 2 picks, the wiggle room's not amazing.
No. And now off the back of it, I mean, yeah, SwahN, looks like he did just buy the flash, so hey, good for him.
Good lad.
Yeah, down to 0. He's like, well, I might as well. What's the difference? $200, I mean.
He's a big spender.
Yeah. No, he spent all he's got. Scared money don't make money, Jack.
Absolutely. You got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them, I believe, Davey. That is the gambler mantra. We'll see if this round will be a gamble or if it will be hard set for Sao Caetano. They have far better firepower. They're in good position. They've got contact as well. ZQK will just flash, takes the first face. He's seen multiple. So he'll call for the rotate and he'll hold on the angle. They do push together. Hits one, backs off, still causing carnage! Oh, ZQK! It might just be pistols, but he made it look flashy.
Gets all 5 on the eco. They try to swing on him. They try to collapse. Lands the 2 options. shots, pulls out the USP. A lot of what we saw last game as well. Ben Lee, similar thing. Pulls out the USP and then just tap, tap, tap away. This second shot, not as easy to hit as it looks.
Dude, this one is the flick on Pluto, man.
Yeah.
It's just absolutely grotesque.
Well, and crucially there, his counter strafing was so good that made him hard to hit. He was going back and forth, spamming his crouch button, making himself such a hard target. So BNB with the Glocks just couldn't find it. And now, of course, Shake, this poor money situation, does just have that MAC-10. CTs went aggressive into short B, and the play looks like it's going to be towards Monster. You can see them creeping up along the railing. And now, nobody's going to be watching for the cross either. It's just the one player inside of the B site. That is CK Zhao, and he's in there. Showtime finds the first, looking for the second, gets it. Towards the water, finds both openings. 13 HP, trying to get away. Spongy does eventually push forward and trade. But it's still the 4v3. Showtime giving his team the man advantage.
Still a winnable round for the Bad News Bears. They're backing off. The monster smoke will shroud their exit. Bomb on the back of Sheikh Zula. Utility-wise, you've got a bit to work with. Double Molotov, the HE, smoke flash. They are playing anti as well, though. So if the flash comes over, delboNi has support. It's not going to be the cleanest play. They walk up, they go contact, that's the bomb drop. The second man faces, and it's just easy pickings. That's the round dead and gone.
Yeah, they try to get that contact play out, Monster, but the two CTs playing right in that position. delboNi just finds both kills. Pretty easy kills for him at the end of the day. Just the quick sprays with the A1. Kills so fast now. As Shake, again, last man alive, and he doesn't want to die after time again, that's for sure. But he is in a bit of danger. I mean, Dinoco's right there. He swings out. Shake would have heard it. Well, if he pushes, no, not after time. Not again, Jack. It can't happen to him again. Oh, he gets dinked, but he's going to be fine. He's going to be fine. Did get dinked, but he's going to survive it.
Yeah, 9 HP, all you need. Never in doubt, never bothered. The second pause of the game now for Bad News Bears as well. The way they started this one off, they were looking really crisp. Got a big start for themselves on the T side, but that can quickly be wiped away. What we were talking about before the game, man. T side overpass, sometimes things just start getting frustrating. Rounds that you should win, you don't. So it gets a bit scary, but that dink gonna do a little bit of damage, but won't matter, mate. He's fine. He shaked it off.
And he's at the point now where, again, 450. Does he just buy down, just get that smoke? Rest of the team's going to be on the half buy. Probably just pistols, light armor. Bit of utility. Yeah, we can see he does. Yeah, just buys the smoke. SwahN's got the, it's like a P250 head armor. So yeah, pretty much utility across the board. They have all of that extra money. They're not too worried about it. I'm going to try to take this map control. TPK is posted for that jump spot. Again, players really like to do that jump spot off of the slide just to get that information on if there is anybody playing aggressive towards middle.
Shake on the boost. You give him the angle to work with. The Molotov went onto barrels. If they were forced out, it would have been a free frag. No one was there. He drops off. The audio cue's been given over. So delboNi will post up, ready for the angle. Shake has so much to do in this round. He's the one Kalashnikov that's in play here. So if they're going to find an entry, most likely has to be off his back. Lines up the HE as well. Should do a bit of damage onto the monster player. So that showtime brought down to 65.
Yeah, they have been doing a decent job with their utility here to try to push the CTs into positions where they want the fights. Saw Molotovs coming out earlier, now it's HEs. Damage being taken by Showtime. But no kill found. Again, Shake does still have that AK. And they're running up towards A. Two CTs are here. One playing behind the dice. And actually, he's going to... No, he gets caught playing forward. He can't get away. Can't land the shot either. And if they collapse on him, potentially recover this off. Momo gets it. The flank is already in. Dinoco's close. But is it going to be enough? Is he going to be able to find this kill? Does get one onto Pluto. Momo drops. That was the op recovered. Shake is going to be able to get one back. CK's out, and it's all going to be on Shake now. 1 versus 3. They know where he is. He's tucked away in the corner. Full HP. Finds the first headshot. Swings out. Not connecting the second. Does flick up and land it, and Shake gets 4 kills on the round. Flicks up and finishes off Showtime. 1 versus 3, and bad news bears winning a round that looked like it was going the way of Sao Caetano.
Gangster plays from the Aqua Teen Hunger Force member there as he goes wild. The 4 frags, so big. The tap with the AK as well. I love how calm he was in a round like that. You know you're being pushed. Keeps his crosshair placement so clean. Sprays when he needs to. Taps when he needs to. And walks away with a win. That's gigantic for him. And look at the excitement. This is what we needed to see.
That is ridiculous from Shake. Like you said, he missed his spray there in the middle of that clutch, and you're like, oh no, maybe he's not going to be able to connect it. But then the flick up and the one tap, like you said, cool, calm, collected, man. He didn't panic when he missed the spray. He didn't do anything crazy. He's just like, you know what? I can hit this one. Lines up his shot, hits the one tap, and Shake, the in-game leader for the team, leading by example right there.
Yep. Brains and brawn on this unit of the game with the way he's playing. So a 6-5 split. Close game of Overpass. It's nice to see. You know, going into this one, obviously, there's a couple of question marks for Sao Caetano. We didn't really know if this would be a fair matchup in terms of both of these sides, who it would favor massively. At the minute, they're giving us a close game of CS.
Yeah, they are. Both teams really putting up a good fight. BNB won that opening pistol. They were able to string 3 rounds together off the back of it. And now on the gun rounds, I mean, they're making it close. Sao Caetano realistically should have won that one. You can see they're not looking too happy about it. But you just wouldn't, though, would you? There's no way to really look happy after you lose a round like that.
No, I mean, you'd really have to force a fake smile, I'd imagine. Yeah. It's one of those where you're just like, nice try, boys.
Yeah, nice try. It's okay. Yep, shake it off. Shake it off.
We go next. It'll be fine.
Don't bring up Shake!
Oh, that tickled me. That's really good. Oh, man. God, it would trigger you forever. No matter what happens, he's just living in your head rent-free. But yeah, the frustration clearly coming across. Bit of an extended pause on this one at the minute. And no sprays being put down as well, so you can see they're not in the same mental state they were before. By now, we would have had at least 4 sprays in spawn.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they might have been doing a little bit of it, and doesn't look like it.
Nah, still just a finger point.
Yeah, I do just see the 1L there. The dumpster dudes are gone.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. There is a pavement people, though. Look at that guy.
Oh, yeah, there he is.
Or pavement person, I suppose. He'd need a friend, really, wouldn't he?
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I mean, they have time. He might be able to get another one going.
There he is. Hello. Where have you come from?
They're really mixing it up on us now.
No, yeah, that's the one thing about Sao Caetano. You know, they don't just try and walk it in with the sprays, Davey.
No.
They keep you on your toes.
Yeah, they're not lazy about their spray placements.
Well, there's not any here, though, unfortunately.
Yeah, well,
no sprays there.
He's just not trying as hard.
ZQK staring Showtime straight in the face as well.
Like that little staring contest.
You've got to, if you have a talk outside of the game, you've got to look at each other in game, or it's just not fair.
That does happen. It is funny when you see in Pro CS somebody die because they're clearly talking to their teammate, and you see them turn and like look at the person that they're talking to, and then they die because of it. It's like, that's just silly, isn't it?
It is the classic. I do miss the old team huddles. I remember that like years ago with NIP when they had all of them with the flashbangs pulled, so you got your hand out and they put the hands in, hands up.
Ooh, that's right. Yeah, the animation. That's true.
I do love these as well. Every time we get one of these, it just looks so clean. delboNi there being focused on as well. 14 frags right now with the A1S. Man's been cleaning up.
Mr. I don't need my eyes. That is what they call him.
Yeah, no, it's true. His eyes are gone.
He actually just plays with his monitor off most of the time because it's just easier.
It would be unfair, really, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, he's also just saving electricity, you know?
Yeah. Save the planet.
Yeah.
Win the game.
Nice guy.
Here we go. Round 12, back in action. 6-5 split on the score. A close game. Quality T-side half so far from BNB. Can they get any more out of this? SwahN needs to hit his shots. Finally, he is going to strike first and be able to secure the pick. He's had a bit of a weird game in terms of some of the frags he should find with this. He's hitting the hard ones, but he's missing the easy ones.
Yeah, that time was able to land the easy one as Denoco just swings out towards long. He was posted up and waiting. We can see the reaction now from the CTs. All three players here grouped up inside of this monster smoke, and as this fades, sorry, just 2 players here. I'm just losing it. 2 players grouped up inside of the monster smoke. Spongy spots him, drops the counter flash. He's going to get away. So no real information gained for Sao Caetano. They know there was 1 player towards T-spawn, but they couldn't commit to the push. And so because of that, you see on the opposite side of the map now, the re-aggression inside of the bathrooms. Going to go for this Astralis setup, and that's Pluto walking straight into it. No jiggle peeks, no nothing. And we can see Bad News Bear says, all right, look, ops inside of the bathrooms. Let's group up towards B.
You got the util for it. You've got the time. Set up, pull the pins, make the play, and hope that you can slay when push comes to shove. CK Zhao flashed off the angle. He's going to peek into Shake, and that'll be a nice headshot. Shake doubles down as well, keeping things going. From the big clutch round that he had, the bomb's going to be planted. And this is most likely already over here, really. 2 CTs retaking B site 2v4. You're going to lose the AWP, the M4. Probably not worth it.
You can see ZQK is just looking for any sort of exits that he can grab. Maybe just catch somebody being lazy, leaving the site. But they are just going to go for the save. They're not going to be able to retake this one. Timing's not going to be in his favor. Ooh, or is it? No. Going to exit towards Monster, so he just misses out on that one. Was the kill he was waiting for, but in the end, everyone's going to get away with their guns, and that's all they can ask for. I mean, I guess Sao Caetano could ask for the round anyways, but that would be silly. Like, if the bomb explodes, you kind of have to give it to B&B.
It's pretty rude, really, if you tried to contest it was yours.
Yeah. It wouldn't make sense.
No, not at all. So in the end, we go 6-6. Game's all tied up. The pause helped out BNB. They come back in off the back of it. Round started off terribly for them, but Shake really bailed them out. Again, man, he's been the one that's leading by example. Like you said, he's out there. He's hunting for those entries when he needs to. And he's hitting a shot. His rifling's been crisp today.
Yeah, the in-game leader is really putting his best foot forward here. He's like, guys, come on. Drag out this T side, all right? We need to grind out these rounds. 4v4s, all go up short, all entry, all get the headshots. Don't worry about it. Follow me in, boys. And that is the type of leader that you need in this situation where, you know, the rest of the team's not performing super well right now. Nobody's playing particularly poorly, but you can see on the stat lines, Sheikh Zula's the one who's putting up the numbers.
Nice HG. Brilliant timing. Sponge will be wearing that one like a hat. Gives him a very unorthodox haircut. And brings him down to 49 HP. Ball's going to swing open as well, but showtime. He was ready for that. Hits one of the Suns, then 4 backs off. ZQK is going to flick down. Spongy buckles. And Bad News Bears only have 3 players left alive with 60 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, it's not a great situation. They do have some utility. SwahN has the 1 smoke. Shigzilla's actually just recovered another one. And you can see they're repositioning over towards long. They're grouping up here. Pluto clearing out that long bathroom. Gonna jump up potentially here, take this peek towards the sign. As actually, I think Sao Caetano, yeah, they only have 2 players here towards the A-bomb site, so Bad News Bears, if they can find this opening, could be going their way, but Sheikh Zula not able to find it this time. That's Denoco from up on top of the trash can, gets 1. Pre-fire comes in, but SwahN swings out. Takes him out. So now, they've rotated over onto A. There is this player in long and needs to win out on this fight. Just can't land the shot. Pluto not able to connect it today as SwahN tries to get away. But Showtime's already pushed up through, and he finds him jumping around with his knife out. So 7-6 now. Sao Caetano take their lead back.
Money is at least there for Bad News Bears. You can reinvest, get SwahN back on the AWP as well. And it's a shame that he's actually had a bit of a quiet game as well, because the scoreline they've already established, this could be even bigger. A couple of the rounds where, you know, he's crumbled in a little peak here and there, could have given them so much more stock to work with. But already, I mean, you're going to take 6 rounds and be happy with that, even if this is the best they get.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, 6 rounds on the T side of Overpass. That's pretty much exactly what you want. I mean, not exactly what you want, but you're definitely happy in that situation. let's put it this way: if it was blackjack, you'd be holding.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, you wouldn't take the risk on rolling another number.
delboNi, he was holding there. He was able to find a shot. I mean, that's unlucky for ZQK. He comes around the corner looking like Quentin Tarantino. He was shooting feet. So he won't get anything for that. We do fall into a 3 versus 2. Back at the bomb site. CK's out. Plays in the smoke, jumps through it as the flash comes in. He's been seen, but they can't connect onto him with the AK. He's going to be able to play on the close angle. The nades are whizzing by him. Minute on the clock, the T's have site control, but they have to dispatch him. And Spongy will finally deliver the killing blow. Showtime, he's in the rear. That's clear line of sight onto the bomb planter. 50 seconds, they have to grab the bomb and plant it somewhere safe now.
They were able to do it, and SwahN was able to post up. Make sure Showtime can't do anything else into this one. 7-7, such a close half. It's going to come down all the way to the very last round to determine which team is going to win out in this half. The money for Sao Caetano is not great, but it's fine. It's not the most ideal situation for them, but they'll take what they can get. delboNi has no utility. Everybody else is pretty much fine. They go 7-7. There is the counter flash towards middle. SwahN does, I think, maybe just 1 armor damage. Doesn't show it on there, but he did slow down just a tiny bit. So I think he got chunked 1 armor damage. That's unlucky. I don't think that counts towards the ADR. Which is the only important thing.
Oh yeah, man. All about the ADR. And that's what delboNi might be getting. I mean, he's just playing up posted in the toilets. He was ready for the face, but Pluto swings onto him. So he hits that one. Bad News Bears get the first pick. Here's the scary factor though. Look who's on the site. ZQK. He's got the orb. He was a demon before. Did it against pistols. Can he do it against firearms? Woo. Fires off the warning shot. Jumps on top of the bin. He's ready for the attack, but he's exposed himself to Spongy. So he buckles. 5 versus 3 now. Bad News Bears licking their lips. The CTs clap back. They get 1. There's the second. delboNi now left in a 1 versus 3. 46 seconds on the clock. Knows where the bomb is. Peeks out. Shatters Spongy. Wants to completely deny the play here. SwahN's up on top. Peeking with the orb. The molly will force him out, but it gets stuck.
Oh.
Hits one, Davey, but Momo stands tall on the stairs and gets the 8th round for Bad News Bears.
Yeah, thankfully he was there to get that trade. He was making it interesting there from behind the truck. He managed to find 4. delboNi just perfectly isolating those 1v1s. B&B, their spacing just wasn't really that good. Not an ideal situation. They peek him 1 by 1. They come up from different angles, allowing him to isolate every single fight. And he almost gets it just at the end, not able to find that second kill on the last player. So B&B, they do win the T side, 8-7, and that's a great half from them.
Massive half, really. You've got the rounds you need. You come out strong with a good start on your CT, you're absolutely coasting. That's all in the future, though. We'll stick to the present for now. We get our second pistol out of this. And my eyes are on Sao Caetano. I want to see what they get up to with this. Are they going to go full aggro? Is it going to be saying Swift? You set up with the smoke early. 4 boys barreling in, and no one's there at B.
No, it's the full A stack. They do have this retake set up there. Shaky has the HE. You can see he's just waiting to drop that one down on top of the bomb planter. Tries to guess the timing. Guesses it right, but that's not where the bomb's being planted. They've rushed into CT spawn. Oh, and this is going to be a huge battle for the CT area here. delboNi tucked away in the corner. SwahN lands the flick. It actually flicks over and lands a second. delboNi here, blind, fighting them all off. He can only get 1 onto SwahN as Pluto pushes in, finds the trade, and in the end, it is just going to be the Bad News Bears winning out on the CT pistol. The trades go their way. Sao Caetano, they pushed up, they got the map control, but 2 quick headshots from SwahN ends their round.
Absolutely slaughtered him, man. They were in great poses as well. The angles they were holding were fantastic. Everyone playing for one another. You were trying to bait them in, peek off contact. Should have worked wonders, but SwahN, snapshots, bam, bam, everyone's dead. You take the pistol, and now you're in great stead, man. You're going to be living the high life. You've got a 9-7 game. You know you should be able to pick up the next 2 rounds if things go your way. But Brazilian teams and Eagles, a match made in heaven.
It really is terrifying, dude. We've seen time and time again what can happen here as the pop flash comes in. SwahN does get the information, not able to find a kill, But he saw at least 3 players towards mid. So he knows now it is the heavy mid presence. And that is why we see the rotation come out as Shakespeare is rotated over towards long. He's going to be trying to play with Pluto. Potentially bait for him if he might come push up and play in a closer sort of off angle. Or maybe they're just going to walk up and boost. Yeah, oh, no, he's just holding for if he jumps up. Okay, I thought they might try to boost over it and go for a deep long pick. Decide not to on this occasion, as they're actually playing 3 towards long. SwahN is here towards the sign. 2 players aggressive, so yeah, they really want this one. Oh,
right between the eyes. Sheikh Zula with a surprise. It's a Famous that's pulled out on showtime. Nice adjustments from Pluto as well. So the Deagle gets the first pick. Because of it, that's the recovered M4. So delboNi with 1 frag doubles down onto the second as Sheikh will be starved out. And now this round suddenly turned into a 2v2. Spongy kills the bomber. Momo claps into the back of Denoco. ZKQ. He can recover the bomb. He has just the Deagle to work with. Grabs the M4. If he wins out on the fight against Spongy, maybe there's an opportunity. But time was tight and Spongy's aim was precise. 10th round goes the way of Bad News Bears. But the economy damage was staggering. 3 players dying.
Yeah, they dropped a lot of players in that one. You could see they sort of had an idea of how they wanted to play out this round. They had that 3-man long setup, but ZQK just kind of ruins it there. Boosts it up towards, like, behind that smoke towards Sam. Lands the headshot, and from that range, that's not an easy shot either. You're kind of relying on Deagle RNG to make sure that that one pays off. But hey, you gotta hit it, and he did. SwahN now buys the scout. Speaking of gotta hit it, needs to find these headshots on any T's coming up the stairs. Instead, nobody gives him anything, so he's just gonna fall back, get out of there. Did take a bit of nade damage himself, down to just 53.
Starting to aggress up towards long now. Pluto's peeking on the angle. The flash has come in. The second one does blind him. Wants to battle from behind the bench. Oh. Well, at least the bench is there for him to have a good rest.
Yeah, you know, he can just lay down, chill out, live his best life.
Although, look at the ragdoll. Face on the floor. Not the most comfortable position.
No, it's not. Been there.
Yeah. We all have, David. delboNi, though. He wants to leave the 2 CTs in that position. Flashes around the corner, has back up as well, so they can fight for this. It should be 2 clean frags. Do they know? Momo, he's there with the MP9. Finds the first, and now he's waiting for the aggression. He's going to be swung on from shore. Oh no! Oh. So many tags going out. He's left them battered. They're in a bad spot in terms of HP, but the headshot from Denoco does change things. It's all on Sheikh now. Great use with the HE. Tags them up, blows in a bit. 23 seconds, it's a 1v2, and they're sprinting towards the A site. They've got a flank on Sheikh, they've got the smoke down, and he's still gravitating towards B.
Yeah, he's just gambling that they're not going to have time. He realizes that he's lost the map control. The bomb is going to get planted. They do have time, so Sheikh is just going to save his M4. Not going to be able to win this one. Ooh, is he going to go for the flank? He does have a kit. I mean, this would definitely be unexpected. Sao Caetano wouldn't expect him to be going for this one, so he's going to walk all the way around to long. Now, look, he should get at least 1 free kill here onto ZQK, but he is just going to time himself out. He's not going to have time to win the round. He might just be trying to pick up exits.
Could be the play. With only 19 HP and no real time with the bomb half ticked, that probably is your best gamble. They're pushing into CT.
Oh, bomb's not planted for them. Oh, he doesn't know, but he could have defused the bomb. He didn't know. He didn't realize that ZQK had rotated down through CT spawn. But off the back of that kill, it would have been tight, but he might have had time to just hold W and go defuse. It would have been close, though.
Potentially worth the risk on a round like that, but as you said, it's info you're not going to have at the moment.
If the bomb's planted there, you assume the other guy's playing towards bathroom, so you just wouldn't have. You just wouldn't have gone for it.
No. And that's unfortunate for Bad News Bears, really. When Sheikh rocked up to the B site, it seemed like he had absolutely schooled them, right? The first frag where he dropped the HE, cleaned up. If he would have killed him crossing short, that's it. Bombs dropped, you're in a 1v1 with a player miles away at A. There wasn't that much time left on the clock as well, like 20 to 25 seconds or something. And Sheikh Zula.
And I can't even count that high.
No, exactly. It's big numbers, mate.
Yeah.
Much like what Sheikh's putting up here. Look at him getting his little MVP feature.
Ooh. I wish they had those when I played. I never got one of those.
Well, I'm sure we can cook one up.
Yeah, you think? You
Yeah.
think if I asked production, they could just make one for me?
Maybe, yeah, just to like put it on your fridge or something.
Like
you know?
learn to count to 16?
Great with
MVP.
numbers.
Yeah.
Also known as went to a major.
also bitten by a zebra.
Oh, there you go.
Right?
That'd be good. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Thanks,
zebra
production.
boy.
Appreciate it, boys.
Oh, what a legend Andre is. I can't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if we can get one cooked up for you later, mate. For now, bad news bears are in the kitchen, and they're cooking up a treat of a game. 10-8, but of course the money's now going to be favourable to Sao Caetano. So it's D-Eagles they're going up against. Boost from Shake. Saw him. Doesn't get much from it, and this could really go awfully. delboNi's in the back line. They're watching the angle, but you're always going to get overpowered by that AK in a spot like that.
Yeah, no armor either, so he just loses his life pretty quickly. delboNi finds the opening. They have B site control now too, so they know that the CTs are here in water, but they have to cross. And it comes down to the situation of, do you drop the smoke to cross, or do you just swing out and shoot him in the head? And ZQK elects option number 2. You know, mirror, mirror on the wall. What's the best choice of them all? And he chooses just shoot the other team in the head. If
He can kill.
If you don't actually need to use any grenades in Counter-Strike, Jack. If you don't want to, you can just shoot the other team in the head the whole time and win.
Well, I mean, this is your proof in the pudding right here, really. Pluto on the angle where I thought Denoco had actually seen him tucked in behind the stairs, but he gets away with murder. SwahN probably won't get the same success walking into the crosshair of Showtime. So at this point, Pluto's just going to get out of there, really. It's a Galil, but it's still going to be a weapon that you can hang on to.
Yeah, and they are just going to run away. No more kills going to go the way of the CTs. With this USP, SponGee might try to do something, but no. You got to think about the KD at a certain point as well, you know?
It's a 10-9. The game getting dangerously close. It was a competitive first half. Very split scoreline. Similar sort of story here in the way the rounds are going. And it's because a lot of them have been unsustainable rounds as well. Clutches, weird 1v2 rounds, right? Where it gets dangerously close. They're not repeatable, they're not sustainable. So we're getting a really tight game out of this. And you look at some of the frags as well. delboNi, 21 kills. Hasn't even felt like he's been on our screens that much, but he's having a huge amount of impact. It's mad.
Yeah.
He's always there, you know what I mean? Now he is. Cheers, Jake. Out of nowhere.
He's going to try to find the opening towards the B site again, but there's no CTs there, so he's not going to find an opening, but he may find an empty bomb site. If he tries to walk up short, you can see Sao Caetano, they're falling back from A, falling back from middle. Showtime doesn't want to give anything up. He's there by himself. So CK's out towards the back of connector. He's just going to keep eyes on that, make sure no flanks can come in. Showtime doing a similar thing towards middle, as it's going to be the three-pronged attack here on the T side. Molotov just trying to get some information towards barrels, and Showtime's dropped down the connector. So you can see they're walking up, they're pushing forward just very slowly, ever so slightly. They don't want to overcommit to anything, they don't want to run into any stacks. Molotov actually misses, so crucially that could be the shot for Momo. Nade landing up top, forcing him back. The smoke drops, so they are going to be able to cross over, and now they are going to be discovering that that B bomb site is open, but Momo discovers the opponent on the other side of the door, can't land the shot. Flash comes in though, and this is going to be the eco cleanup for CK Zhao. He's inside of the water, they're running through the smoke, and look at Denoco wants to hunt. He's like, hey, whoa, I need some ecos too, man.
He wants some on the back then. Ooh, the easy E play. It's not that easy to slay when you're stuck on the ledge, so he backs off and keeps himself alive. Similar sort of story here for SponGee and Shake. They're going to post up towards CT. Hold the angle at least. I mean, he's got the Deagle. The blue Cobalt. Will he be hitting them in the head with a weapon? Nice combo on the gloves as well. So, I mean, he's fresh to death, but now he is dead.
And it is just SponGee again, trying to hold on to that Galil for the next round. It is kind of sad when you're on CT side and you have to bring a Galil into the next round. It's just like,
Yeah.
man, I mean, I guess it's better than a FAMAS.
True. It is a shame. You do love those little Frenchies, mate.
Yeah.
FAMAS would do that.
I wouldn't have got that kill with a FAMAS.
No. But then you wouldn't have killed anyone.
That's not... That,
Wait.
okay, I mean, I guess. Like,
I'm sorry, mate. You would have killed them all. If you were in
it's
the
too
server,
late now.
this
It's
game
too
would be
late
over.
now. It's too late
Yeah,
now.
alright, yeah. That's what I do. I build you up and then I break you down. That's why we have such a good relationship.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's true, yeah.
It's the only way. We're 10-10. I'm glad we've got a really competitive game of CS out of this.
Yeah.
This has been a nice one. They gave us so much more of a benchmark to look at with Sao Caetano as well.
Yeah, and we've seen that they are a very dynamic team, right? We can see why both these teams wanted to play Overpass. We've seen a lot of different strategies, ops being positioned in different places, fighting for different spots of map control, you know? Molotov coming out towards connector this round. You see, this is the first time we've seen the T's really trying to contest this connector control. No CTs there to match them. But there is that one player playing towards the divider. That is SwahN with the op, and he gets flashed off, and it's perfect. CK's out swings, finds him, and now it's all going to be on Pluto. He's here alone towards the bathrooms. The rotations haven't come in yet. They don't close the distance, though. They just hold off, so he is going to get to reposition as they take control of long. So we can see the T's now, after getting that opening pick, they're slowly closing that grip on this A-bomb site.
CTs. They've got 3 of them on deck at the B site. Meanwhile, a bit of a push here towards the top of the toilets as well. He's waiting for the contact. 33 seconds on the clock, so Sao Caetano leaving their play till the last minute. Have to hit their shots on this. You can't afford for the mistakes, and a mistake could be made as Pluto pushes into position. He's seen the shadow, he knows where they are, spams around the corner. Reply back on the Galil. Upgrade to the AK now, and they come fleeting into the bomb site. The rotate is coming. It looks like they might actually call this one quits. Save the guns they've got. It's a more sensible decision to make.
Yeah, they gambled it. They left him there by himself towards the bench. Said, hey, man, look, if they come, multi-frag out, maybe we'll go for it. But if you only get one, we're just going for the save. And he does only get one. He peeks out. He thought he just found one kill on a player. I think what happened is he thought that the guy he killed was rotating back to connector, right? He thought they were actually going towards B. He shoots that guy in the back, gets the kill, but from his point of view, it kind of looked like the guy was walking away, right? So he didn't expect the whole team to be there inside of the bathrooms. They quickly swing out. They find the trade. Don't let him get away with a multi-frag. So Sao Caetano take the lead again. So on the T side now, we've seen both of these teams able to grind out the rounds on these T side. Nobody really able to run away with it on CT yet.
It's been tricky. Back and forth like a metronome into a lot of these rounds. It's a nice presence you can see behind Bad News Bears as well with Mad Cow. Like, anytime there's a tight round, anytime there's a close play, he's always there with a notebook, getting everything written down. So maybe as well, in terms of the preparation, there might have been more to this before the event than we actually initially thought.
It was a thick book.
It was huge, that's what I mean. Like, the playbook is really, really massive.
Yeah.
A few pages in that, mate.
Now we see the op working its way in towards the water. Jump spot is there. They swing out when SwahN can't land the shot. Momo's there to get him back, but no, SwahN repeats. ZQK gets it, but again, it's Momo who's there to make sure that the opper for his team dying isn't for no reason. As Momo finds 2. The bait play works. Ideally, SwahN does find one for himself, doesn't just lose his life, but it's not going to matter in the end if your teammates get the kills. And there again, Sheikh Zula through the wooden pallet right onto the head. Just a giant wooden pallet just shot straight through it and took his head clean off.
Unbelievable. You can't be doing that. The pallet punisher, his close friends call him. For delboNi, he's been doing a lot of punishing this game. But a round like this is still such a stretch. I mean, 45 seconds on the clock. Bomb in the back pocket of Showtime. Utility here and there. Smokes out on short, hoping they'll peek into him. Looks around for the peek. Did grab the AK, threw it back. Molotov's going to be dropped in as well. He can re-smoke that. Showtime's been waiting this whole time to have an opportunity to strike, and this is your best opportunity. Pushes up, clears the close angle. 1v2 now. Entirely doable, but with 20 seconds, he has to be precise about his plays. Sprints round into water. Expects the peek from up top, but it's not there. It's the back line of Sheikh that's going to take it over to an 11-11 scoreline.
Yeah, the reposition from Sheikh there was absolutely perfect. You can see he thought he was in the pit, but he just creeps around that pillar to get that last kill of the round. But again, we see Bad News Bears winning out on these trades towards short. See here, Momo, this second one's huge because ZQK knows exactly where he is. There's a chance where if he just swings out into him there, he finds that kill, and that's the situation where that's where you notice the difference between LAN and online. Because online, ZQK peeking out there, he would get the lag compensation, he'd get the peeker's advantage, and he would probably win out on that fight. But because we're on LAN, Momo posted up on the angle, he's able to find that headshot and make sure that his team comes out on top of those trades. So it's all evens yet again, 11-11, and this has been a very back and forth game. And Pluto, he's here by himself inside of the bathrooms. The smoke is out in front of him. But he's really isolated. He has one teammate behind him in the site. And they're just walking up. It's going to all come down to timing. He finds the first Molotov to push him out. Doesn't expect the second player so close. CK's out, not almost, struggling to connect that one. But does eventually get it as now Shake from Long finds the trade back. 4 versus 3. And they keep control of Long crucially. Not only Shake, but SwahN's here as well. Shadow's working in favor of Shake. Flashlands behind him. He should be able to find both, and it's actually SwahN deep from Long right there. They don't expect 2. So SwahN's able to trade them back as Denoco gets one onto Shake. 1v3 now, playing around the smoke inside of the site at the truck, but grenades do not mix with people.
They do not. Normally cause a lot of damage, and that's exactly what's going to happen. As there's bits of him all over the back of the site. And it does go 12-11. So bad news bears. Back into the groove of things. And that's the multi-kill as well. SwahN there supporting Shake. He's really come into his own as well. Since we've seen him on the CT side, starting to make his moves a lot more. He's pulling out shots. He's not even had the warp. He's not even needed it. I mean, he was sniping with the USPs. That tells you enough.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. And now, I mean, bad news bears. They're up 12-11. But not only that, they've finally sort of broken that economy of Sao Caetano. They've pushed them all the way back now to the point where we just see the Tech 9 in the hands of Showtime. And so because of it, they're going to go for this pop-out B, but the HE is perfect. So much damage. The re-smoke coming out as well, and you can see Sao Caetano says, just cancel it, man. I'm not going through that smoke.
It's not worth it. Leave it, boys. Let it dissipate and then reevaluate. See what you want to do. 2 CTs still here. Flash over the top as well. And this just puts their backs up a bit.
Oh.
They are walking in though, and I mean SwahN, he's been pretty crisp when it's come to holding this angle. Playing on short like this, if he's able to hit the first, it will leave them in a good stead.
And they know they're out monster now, so the rotations are starting to come in. They had 3 towards A, and just control of water here being held by the CTs. SwahN from Heaven finds the pick onto Denoco. Now they know with the op in Heaven that the CTs almost for sure have control of water. So it's going to come down to this timing and if he can find the pick onto SwahN. delboNi's out, re-smoke towards the middle of site's going to be in, and this fight with SwahN is going to be crucial. It's going to be the first one they find. And actually, no, he's going to push forward, ignore short entirely, and that's going to be the punish. The bomb does go down, though, so it's 5v3, but SwahN finds the pick.
Oh, Momo turned on by the Tech 9. Headshot comes out with a pistol prowess. And suddenly, it's a 4 versus 3. Bomb ticking away. Showtime on the mass rotate as well, doing a fun run to try and arrive at the site. ZQK pushing up, delboNi with 2. ZQK hits the right hook on SwahN. Shake Zula alive and kicking, but not in a position to have any impact on the round. Sao Caetano make that one work with absolutely nothing.
No, and that whiff on short with the MP9 ends up coming back to haunt them as Showtime with the flick lands the headshot, and instead of 5 versus 2, it turns into a 4v3. And then they had to always be worried about him coming out of the door. You see SwahN sat at that sandbag waiting and waiting and waiting for Showtime. But Showtime had buggered off, man. He was gone.
Yeah.
He went all the way through T-spawn, background monster. It completely disjointed their retake. The players in CT were too far forward. The player on short and Heaven weren't ready to fight with them. So delboNi finds both. And that was it. It was done and dusted, all off the back of Showtime, landing 1 headshot with the Tech 9 and then quickly repositioning, and everything got thrown out of sorts for Bad News Bears.
And you can see as well, the comms now coming across straight away from Bad News Bears, frustrated, because in your mind you think, right, we've done everything perfectly. How on earth has this all crumbled away from the position we were in?
Yeah.
So you got to get vocal. Especially in a game like this, as we said, this is your 0-2 fixture. You lose this, you're in a horrendous spot. You win it, 1-1, that's manageable. You still got such a big stock to your team for the rest of the RMR. This is only day 1. You got to pull out the strong stuff. You got to give it to them hard, Davey.
You absolutely do, and both teams have bought down to nothing here, Jack. 12-12, and whoever wins this round almost guarantees themselves round 14 because whoever loses it is broke. They're not going to be able to buy into the next one.
Momo on the jump spot. He's been seen. Luckily for him, they weren't quite ready for the jump spot, so they're not going to hit it and won't be able to silence him. So he gets the free info and now plays close on short with the MP9.
Yeah, and he's playing this really tight angle here on the bridge. There's 2 players for his team playing close in Monster. Oh, and he's going to try to walk across. That's a mistake. He's alive.
What?
He survived. Okay. I thought he was dead.
It looked like a hit.
Yeah.
It felt like it was a hit. But I guess not. I mean, he's pulled off the play. Somehow it's worked. He's gotten across to where he wanted to be. And the T's are probably going to be a bit baffled.
That was so bold to walk across there knowing that they had walked into water. Absolutely crazy. Pop flashes come in. Spongy does get the headshot onto delboNi, but now they know there's 3 playing Monster. They have the info now. They know that he's crossed over. Counter smoke is perfect. Finds the first one onto Momo. Now he gets the second, and they are still going. Spongy drops. Despite the opening for Bad News Bears, this is going to have to be the save. SwahN has the op, and Sao Caetano, they win it. I mean, realistically, that should have been an op kill for ZQK earlier than that. It should have just been, they should have been up 5 versus 4 to begin with, but the pop out on short, once they see Momo crossing, they're like, oh, Monster setup, right?
Yep.
They know exactly what's going on after that.
They put the pieces together, read them like a book, like a Dr. Zeus book specifically.
I just learned how to do those.
That's good, you'll get in there.
Yeah.
If you read those, eventually you'll be able to progress onto like Penguin books. So I mean, that's quite good for you.
Yeah.
Ideal for Pluto as well, stay alive because you physically cannot afford to lose these weapons. As we said beforehand, this round has so much weight to it, not only because you're going up to the 13th, but also because your economy is going to get rinsed.
Yeah, they got nothing left. I mean, thankfully, like you said, they bring the guns into the round. They have the op, they have the M4, so they're not completely useless in this one. It isn't just going to be the USPs, but they are going to be relying on SwahN to do something with his op here. And to be completely honest, he's been pretty underwhelming so far in this game. We haven't seen many impact rounds from him, and that really has come back to haunt them because we've seen ZQK have quite a bit of impact with his op, especially on their T side, going for those opening picks up short. Earlier in the game, obviously a little bit more success. That last round, I still count that as a kill. Even though it didn't happen on the screen, I count it. It's right there, SwahN going aggressive towards Monster, finds the tag onto delboNi, puts him down to 10, and crucially that gives the information to the T's. All right, the op is at B. We can scale up A pretty much for free, right? They can't go into the site because the op could have rotated over, but it means we can wide swing out long, we can swing bathrooms, it's fine. We know that the op was at B. Now, obviously, it's at the point where the rotations could have come in, so you can see them slow down a little bit.
And now, with a minute on the clock, they're going to be walking back up towards the site. Slow and steady. SwahN would probably be the first contact as well. He's on the off angle. He's got support from Pluto with the actual rifle. But even then, Sao Caetano just letting this one air at the minute, letting it breathe. Contact going to be found by ZQK most likely here. He pushes up, clearing towards the close left. There is a player there behind the map, but he's not going to be seen yet. SwahN falls, so the pistol gets contact. Smoke drop to the back. SwahN has to be the difference maker here if Pluto buckles, but he holds strong for the first, gets the second. SwahN with a third as well. So ZQK crumbles away. Showtime and delboNi, the last 2 alive. They grab the bomb, they sprint down towards B, 15 seconds on the clock. If you get up short, you could scavenge a plant out of this. Momo's coming, he's got the deagle, wants to deck him, misses the first, lets them cross! Showtime hits the headshot! Now you can get the bomb down! It's a 2 versus 2, and a round that looked dead in the water, suddenly could be won for Sao Caetano. delboNi, waiting for the face up top. He's got his crosshair honed in, but both the CTs are walking down. He's going to get contact on the first, unloads with a spam. SwahN buckled and obliterated there by Showtime. The 2 frags he found had so much impact. And a round they never should have gotten, Davey. It was done.
And the defense on A was perfect. Pluto finds 2. SwahN locks it down the front side of bathrooms. They're up numbers. Everything is fine. All they have to do is just wait. Momo over-rotates, corrects his mistake, rotates over to CT spawn. Too much jiggling, man. Too much jiggling. Just take the fight. Your win condition is to stop that bomb from getting into the site, right? That is your win condition. If you take the fight and you lose and you die, fair enough, right? Okay, but you knew what your win condition was. There, he's jiggling. He lets the bomb get into sight anyways, and then peeks out and dies to the guy covering him. Man, just take the fight. Slow them down. Do anything you can to give your team time to come over. Even if they kill you, the time it takes them to kill you by you fighting them could potentially give your team time to come rotate through heaven. Just overall, just not recognizing your win condition.
That was your key to victory, and you dropped it. Fumbled around, looking through the loop of keys. And this is really scary. With Sao Caetano now on 14 rounds, one away from the 15th. Bad News Bears do have a bye. They've got to put it to good use. Early Molly comes in, counter smokes there. ZQK on the AWP though. And he's been finding opening picks. He's been good at scoping out the setups from the CTs. Good timing from Pluto to back off as well. He could have been burnt alive.
He is by himself inside of the connector, but you can see they've pushed in towards water here. So they have short control of the CTs, but the Molotovs from the Ts actually push Pluto all the way back out of the connector. So he's up towards A bathrooms now. He's grouped up with his teammate. I believe that is SwahN with the op. Yep, it is. So he's posted up on the sand creep now. They are just walking up. They're walking around this corner. If they overcommit, if they go just a little bit too far, this could get real bad for them. The counter smoke comes in. Oh, the flash is going to be good. He's caught in front of it. It's actually his teammate who goes down. SwahN's movement's good enough to get him away as delboNi finds an opening at B. And look at, he has the information. They were playing that short setup. We've seen them do this time and time again. delboNi's recognized it. As soon as he gets that kill in water, he's like, hey guys, they're not playing monster this round.
Scared. In the meantime, SwahN gets one as well. Always hate that, mate. You think you shoot, quick switch to the bomb. Terrified. SwahN. Ooh. Recoiling somewhat. In the grand scheme of the round, the bomb has been planted on B and the T's are in a position to take this one. Spongy and Shake are the only two left alive. They fight on to try and get rid of the weapons, but Shake does win out on one. He's at the back of the van. They peek onto him, almost ready. The crosshair was nearly on the head. Instead, he's going to be dead. And it's just Spongy. Got to be the old Spongy save. Keep your M4 and that smoke. But overall, Davey, this now means that Sao Caetano will have match point 15-12, 3 match points to play with to win this game and go 1-1 here in the Americas RMR. So everything is on Bad News Bears to cause a turn in the tide. It's up to them to do something different now.
And I will say, do something different. That's crucial. That's what I was just about to say, because it seems like Bad News Bears and the CT side defense, it's almost like they have a playbook and like, hey, when this happens, do this. They're very cookie cutter defense. And you can see right there to the point where denoco, he's like, if he gets a kill on a player in short, he's like, oh yeah, they're not even playing B. I'm just going to walk out Monster and take the B site for free. Or when they see Momo cross to Monster in the round before, they're doing their Monster stack setup. Right? They know it. By getting one piece of information, Sao Caetano has the entire info of how they're playing their CT defense, right? Just by one piece of information. So that means Bad News Bears, they need to try to be just a little bit more sporadic, just like get out there, mix something up. Somebody take a dumb peek, okay? It's fine. Just take one dumb peek, go for something aggressive. They do here in water, they find the trade, and you can see now they're just going to reposition, they're going to fall back. And with 2 CTs over towards A still, but it is going to be an AWP versus M4 as he's posted up, and ZQK, that's a freebie. Pluto, not exactly the angle you want with an M4 against the AWP of ZQK. So Sao Caetano, they go up 4 versus 3. They have a ton of map control as well.
This is where it gets scary for Bad News Bears. Down a man. Momo, only on 46 HP. Your utility reserve starting to run dry as well. A Molotov, Smoke, Flash, and HE. That's everything you've got. And the Sao Caetano train is pulling into the station. They're coming back round towards B.
Oh, and they're all A, man. Stacked up. Look at them, all 3 inside of this A bomb site. It looks like one player might be deep inside of heaven. I think that's Momo with the FAMAS. Oh, no, they are. No, they are. Yeah, there's all 3 of them inside of the A site. Yeah, doomed.
This could be the game going up in a puff of smoke. If they get the bomb down at that point, you have to give everything to the retake. It's do or die. You lose this round, that's your team 0-2. Momo throws out the first nade, doesn't really work. Not going to do anything for him. Flash over the top and they push off the back of it. They want to go swift. Shake in the water, spamming through the smoke, but no connection. Denoco waiting for them. Instead, CK Zhao finds the first. Shake comes in with one, but he's got to do so much more. Can't quite cleave his way through them. Shake will buckle, and it is a 16-12 victory as Sao Caetano pick it up and walk away with a win on Overpass.
Yeah, huge performance. We can see that very Brazilian style coming out, very dynamic, mid-round aggressions, playing off of each other, many different setups. The real disappointing thing for me is Bad News Bears, once they got onto their seat.